Who won the Verzuz?
I knew that was coming. I knew that was
And
coming.
your honest New Orleans opinion. Don't give me no answer like New Orleans or hip hop.
Hey.
Who won the Verzuz?
I ain't gonna lie, man. Like on some G, you know, and this is, you know what I'm saying, me and you on some G, like presentation wise. You know what I'm saying? I think they probably got us.
Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, they came, you know, camouflage down. And I was trying to get everybody on the same page with the T's, Bulls, and Reeds. You know what I'm saying? Like, I want to come T's, Bulls, Reed, but song for song, like, they couldn't handle us, man. Like, song for song. But presentation wise, they won, man. You know what I'm saying?
CKP, you always want to just go straight to they took the L, they took the L. Like, I mean, just like, dude, like, why can't we look at some of the positives of some of the things?
The people that
like,
come
you are
here for no
so
window
like,
dressing.
it's an L, it's an L, it's an L, it's an L.
What up, though? It's your main man, KP. Got Don Mike, the expert. We having a little bit of laugh right before we start recording. But we here, special presentation of the culture, just to talk about the video you just saw from none other than Big Jizzle, BG. You know what I'm saying? So I'm just going to get into it, bro. This man admitted that they lost. He admitted that No Limit won. I know Don want to be technical and say from a presentation standpoint, bro, they lost.
There from a presentation standpoint. Which basically he's meaning they came with a, you know what I'm saying, all together and
they had a plan.
You know what I'm saying? One team, they had a plan. They came out like No Limit soldiers.
They had a set list.
Cash Money came out looking like a bunch of individuals.
No, that still equals a loss. Expert, you know what that sound like? When it's a boxing match and the dude be like, but he only beat me by points. I was only behind by 10 points.
A win is a win.
I mean, he claimed when it's clearly strictly about the music, he said they can't mess with us. They song for song, they can't mess with us. That's what he said.
I think they already proved their point.
Yeah, look, overall, Cash Money has the bigger catalog. We know that. But at that instance, since they only played like 10 songs anyway, instance, No Limit, I mean, of course, the way they were dressed, they came prepared and ready. Right. But then their music was just beating a lot more than the songs that Cash Money played. It was just hitting a lot better. Yeah, and for a Verzuz, that's what you really need. You need stuff that people can bounce to, unless both of y'all playing slow songs. Yeah, unless you're both playing slow songs, but if not, man, No Limit destroyed them on there.
It wasn't even close, man. I mean, they just used their catalog better. It all comes down to execution. Like, if you look at Cash Money, where was UPT at? That's a dope song that everybody loves. It's a deep cut. They just went for these radio songs.
It's a deep cut, though.
Exactly. And guess what No Limit did? They won by playing deep cuts. They won by
street anthems. That's what
but they still played deep cuts. What they had to do. Everything wasn't just a radio song.
I mean, if you look, we all know I've already said that No Limit won. I mean, I've already stated that.
It wasn't even close.
Yeah, but you ain't acting like that.
Okay. No, wait. But if you just base it off of the crowd, you wouldn't know who won, because even some of their biggest, street anthems that No Limit played, they weren't going to it as hard as we were.
Yeah, but we said that the crowd was
on our
wrong crowd, bro.
Yeah,
if
the crowd.
Yeah,
but I'm just saying, like,
it was a bunch of kids there that didn't know the music.
Sometimes the crowd matters. Now, if Cash Money maybe would have played a lot of their stuff that was like the slow motions, which they did play, or, you know what I'm saying, they kept it maybe a little bit more for the ladies, and the ladies was like into it.
Those people didn't know the music. They would have had to play stuff from like the last 2 years. Those people didn't know any of the music.
Yeah, they would have had to play Drake and Nicki Minaj in order for them people to know what was going on. But we can't judge who won by the crowd, because we know the crowd didn't even know what was going on anyways. We have to judge by what we saw up there on that stage, what we were listening to. No Limit, they were together. They were ready for it. It was like they were ready to put on a performance. Cash Money, it was just it looked like a bunch of people who just came there individually and just like, hey, I'm here, let's do this as we.
I mean, but what do y'all expect him to say, though? Clearly, he would ride for his label for the, what I'm saying?
I mean, I appreciate he was straight up and acknowledged they lost.
Yeah,
he acknowledged the presentation was better by No Limit,
bro.
He acknowledged that.
No matter how we cut the
pie, I mean, but what was
also
good about the interview is he also mentioned that, look, I was a fan of theirs, and I mean, I couldn't deny some of the stuff they was playing. I mean,
it's crazy.
It had me knocking my head, you know what I'm saying, nodding my head to it. So I mean, he was like, I was loving their side of it and the hits that they were playing.
Bro,
So
this will make it more embarrassing, right?
is it embarrassing though?
Yes.
Like, is it really embarrassing?
It is. You didn't play your best songs. Number one, you didn't even get to Han. You didn't play none of your best work. So
wait a minute.
Didn't get the big.
They did play their best work. They played back that
out of
thing
their catalog.
Up. They played
probably
Bling.
played like maybe 4 of their best songs.
They only had 10 songs though.
No,
I mean,
they wasted a song on a person that wasn't even there.
So you tell me what song was like, okay, 400 Degrees is one of their best songs. Do you not agree?
It's good.
They did play
yeah.
it. Okay.
Here's the thing. This is what I'm saying. This is what I'm saying.
It's not one of their best songs. They did play that.
This is what I'm saying,
okay?
though. Hold on. This is what I'm saying. Look at who you have there. So why would you not do Big Ballin' and both of the big timers are there? That's ridiculous.
They did.
Now we come to find out.
Still Fly's a bigger song than Big Ballin'.
Now we come to find out that the Clips was up right behind them. Why not do What Happened to That Boy? Because obviously Pusha T is there. That's just
I don't
boneheaded.
think What Happened to That Boy would have hit. Like I feel
that's
like
just
that
boneheaded, bro. Like it don't make
Number
sense.
One Stunner's a bigger song than What Happened to That Boy, though.
But to have him just come out on stage like it's a surprise guest for them and stuff, that would have done a lot. It's all about presentation.
There you go.
Presentation. I agree
That's why
with that.
they brought out, because No Limit brought out Snoop Dogg. All about presentation. They could have did this without Snoop, but bringing him out just put it over the top.
It's just like the presentation would have been better if they would have actually brought out Wayne for a milli. Like if they didn't have Wayne the whole time, we thinking Wayne's not there, and they maybe would have brought him out for a milli. Maybe they would have got a little bit more points for that. But I mean,
that would have helped.
It would have helped. You still would have lost. You still would have lost.
I never said they would have won. Like CKP, you always want to just go straight to they took the L. They took the L. They took the L. Like, I mean, just like, dude, like why can't we look at some of the positives of some of the things?
The people that
like
come
you are
from no
so
window
like
dressing.
It's an L. It's an L. It's an L. It's an L. Like I mean, like dog, like. Can we look at some of the positives of the thing? You act like, dog, you ain't even talk about the great spitting that Juvenile did. You know what I'm saying?
He was doing too much without the music. He should have stopped. He was doing too much.
Are you serious? So you didn't like the acapella like that he did?
Didn't.
Like, oh my God, dog. You see? Everything is a negative. Everything is like Cash Money didn't even show up in your eyes.
I will tell you this.
It's a bit ridiculous.
No, I will tell you this. I'm not real negative on Cash Money and all that, but I didn't like the acapella either. I think it was garbage.
Thank you.
It was garbage. Yeah, it was white.
Expert. They didn't come here for no window dressing. They came here for the truth, man. They didn't come for no window dressing. You know what I'm saying? Oh, that's all fluffing. I'm just gonna be real with you, bro.
I disagree.
I'm gonna put it like this. This is where I'm gonna end it, bro. This is a good analogy. It's one of my favorite boxers of all time. But he took an L. We could talk about Tyson had some good punches against Evander Holyfield in that first fight, and he maybe knocked him down and all that. We could talk about all that. Or the fight with Buster Douglas. We could talk about he knocked the man down. At the end of the day, he lost.
Let me ask you this.
At the end of the day, he was the favorite and he lost.
Let me ask you this, because this was a dilemma, okay? They played Cash Money as an army. They really wanted to give BG his flowers on that. But outside of Cash Money as an army, what else are they going to play of BG's solo hits that is going to go against No Limit's biggest bangers? They played that to give him his flowers. And so they took, basically they won that. No Limit won that round, but they wanted to give BG his shine. So like, what else is he supposed to do without like,
that's why you understand who's there and you arrange the songs based on who's there.
Exactly. So BG would never have a solo hit. What solo hit is going to mess with, you know what I'm saying, the stuff that they were playing, No Limit?
No, it's not. Their preparation just wasn't there. Of course, I get what you're saying, Dom, correct. But the preparation wasn't there. And it just,
there you go.
I mean, even being amped up and hyped up, I mean, they didn't even seem like they were that. I saw them a lot of times standing around. You might see a couple of them doing something. It just, I mean, at least Master P was running in place. You know what I'm saying? I mean,
exactly.
Something.
Right. I mean,
don't
act like Baby didn't have his viral moment. He crashed out on the whole Turk thing. That was his viral moment.
But that don't count towards the win.
Why wasn't Wayne there? That's the question everybody wants.
I talked to Wayne yesterday, man, and I talked to Wayne the morning before, right? You know what I mean? The morning before the Verzuz, and Shorty wasn't feeling good, man. You know what I mean? So because he had a concert at Dre's the same night, and he canceled that as well. You know what I mean? And Swiss was, even hurt behind it, right? You know what I mean? Because for real, that's the reason Swiss pulled the trigger on it. You know what I mean? Because Wayne, you know, agreed,
I heard Wayne
right?
orchestrated the whole thing.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah, like, come on. I mean, you know, Shorty, you know what I'm saying? Like, Shorty, you know, Shorty, he muscle, right? You know what I'm saying? He got muscle, right? So, but, yeah, man, I think it was, you know, Shorty wasn't feeling good because he definitely was supposed to be there. You know what I mean? So, you know, he told me that, you know, he wasn't feeling good and, you know, he had to go to the hospital or something like that. You know what I mean? So, you know, people be thinking that it was, you know, whatever. But at the end of the day, like I told him, man, we ain't spring chickens no more, man. You know what I mean? So, you know, you got to make sure, man, your health and, you know what I'm saying, in order and, you know, get your rest, man. You've been running 35 years strong.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So you got to make sure, you know, you get your rest and, you know, make sure, you know what I'm saying, that your, you know, body and health just all the way intact or whatever. But yeah, it was, I think that was the reason that, you know, Shorty wasn't there. He was dealing with some personal issues.
And we back here to talk about, you know, BG and the Verzuz. I mean, we keep thinking we're done with this if BG and other people and Wayne and Baby and Turk keep bringing it back. You know what I'm saying? So we got to talk about it. So y'all saw that BG gave the excuse that Wayne was sick. That's basically the short version of it, and that's why he wasn't there.
He didn't.
I'm gonna be honest with y'all. I think it's complete BS.
You think so?
I don't think Wayne was sick. I think Wayne wasn't coming because he don't mess with Baby.
Yeah. Well, supposedly he canceled his other show that he was supposed to be at. You know, so
that was the thing. I mean, initially, when we were in our other videos, I heard he was double booked. He canceled that. So I'm telling you, I've listened to other podcasts, specifically Joe Budden's podcast, and dude who said, now he claims he has the inside information. He don't want to say why. Yeah, he claims he has the inside information, but he said that essentially he said you can go ahead and put it out there. He just don't mess with him like that anymore. And I mean, BGE already in the interview kind of said he be on his own stuff. He don't really be worried about us. You know what I'm saying? And like, he just got his own thing going. And
Plus,
I mean,
here's Wayne don't need them. He's like, Wayne got his own money.
That's what I'm saying.
He already straight for life. He said Wayne could do a Verzuz without them, which is true.
And I think Wayne feels like he's bigger than that. Like he needs his own Verzuz. He might feel that way. Now, here's the thing too. What was kind of sad too is like his paper is different than my paper. Okay. Yeah. I need this. Okay. I've been in jail for 11, 12, 13 years. People basically almost forgot about me. I had to try to, you know, like be like, I'm out now. BG's back, you know, and it's kind of sad that that's kind of the tip he's on now. It's like, I can't really say no to anything. You know what I'm saying? Because I need that cash. I need that money. And I feel him. He's trying to get to Wayne level. Wayne's like,
he got to eat.
Yeah, I mean, he got a lot going on, especially when he got out. They started talking about, oh, you a snitch and giving out snitch papers. You know, Whack 100 was doing all that stuff. So he going through a whole lot. So he need this, you know.
Yeah, he needs it. I mean,
hey, you know what this reminds me of? You remember the Temptations movie when after they had left Motown and they wasn't hot no more and they was performing everywhere and anywhere just because they needed the money? And they'll be mad at Ruffin because Ruffin wouldn't show up and they need the money. That's what this remind me of. And it's kind of unfortunate. You know, those artists need the money because they ain't write their music, right? I'm sure BG wrote his raps, but at the same time, if you don't own no masters,
he don't own it,
and you ain't got nothing coming in, it's kind of
residuals coming in. So now he's got to do shows, he's got to do interviews, he's got to you know, basically hustle all the way back to get back where it is and use basically his history and everything he's been doing before to get his paper up. I mean, Turk's kind of really doing the same thing. That's what he was talking about. Basically, he's going on every podcast, you know, giving all this information. And they're like, dude, like, why are you telling all this stuff to make us look bad? And I think that's part of why they don't mess with him like that, or they got a problem with him.
That's the only thing that they're going to be able to do, because you got to think about it. If BG comes out with more music and stuff like that, the people who might be buying his music, nobody really cares too much, right?
I mean, he's got an album out now.
I know.
He dropped that on the Breakfast Club. Yes.
Yeah, and people don't. Yeah, people don't really care, especially the kids. They're not going to listen to BG.
I mean, he's telling the truth, dog.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't understand. Like, look, I know y'all laughing. Like, okay, dude. Like, really? Like, you know, that was all 20 years ago. You ain't hot. No, I get it. but maybe, you know, he can maybe rap to our era. Like, I mean, he was at one point.
No.
I mean, I don't know.
No,
like,
man.
You never know. I've heard some of Juvenile's new I've heard some of Juvenile's new songs. They sound good, dog. Like they like
the ride that song is that song goes crazy.
Mm-hmm.
I like that song.
Okay, so I don't understand why can't you bring it back for the people in your
era? You gotta look at it like this though. Juvenile been out the whole time. He hasn't been locked up like BG. So he's had opportunity to kind of keep going along with the era. When you've been out of circulation and now you trying to jump back in, that's gonna be looking kind of crazy.
Yo,
yeah.
The thing with BG, man, the thing with it is people are not really trying to hear what he has to say right now. I mean, as far as his music, they do want to hear what he has to say on the interviews. They want to hear what was going on behind the scenes, what people in the group was thinking and stuff like that. But these podcast people, they're going to pay him to come on to do that kind of stuff. So that's where the money is right now. It's not in the music. Nobody's really making money off of music right now. Even the stars that you see right now aren't really making money off of music. So you think BG is going to really make a whole bunch of money off of music?
I mean,
That's
Gucci Mane did. Gucci Mane went to jail and he came back and he was able to re-resurrect.
That was a different time period.
First off, Gucci Mane came out later than BG. He's not as old as BG. So that's number one. Number two, he already was working with young artists the whole way through. Look at like how at the beginning he was even with Waka, and Waka was younger than him. And he had a whole label full of young guys. You know what I'm saying? BG ain't had that.
Okay.
He ain't had no
Boosie also did it.
Label.
Boosie also did it. Boosie did some time and he got out and
Boosie did less time than BG. He ain't sat down no long time like BG.
Yeah.
That'd be like if C Murder get out right now and tomorrow he gonna put out an album.
And it's
we
all
love C Murder, but ain't nobody want to hear that.
Exactly. And it's not like Boosie just making a whole bunch of money off of music right now. I mean, he doing other stuff. Boosie real estate. He got all kind of other stuff going on.
I understand that.
You know, I mean, it's not that. The interviews, he making money off of interviews. He on Vlad paying them 10, 12,000 every, you know, I mean, it's like, yo.
Bro, but I think it's a combination. BG is talking about he's going to do a combination of things. He's not going to just do one thing, though.
Look at LL Cool J.
Okay, but what else does he have?
Earlier this year, right? He dropped the album earlier this year. And outside of the song with Eminem and the song with Ross and Joe Crack, nobody cared.
No, nobody cared about
And the song with him and Ross and Fat Joe was hot. That song was hot. It came and went. But the song with him and Eminem was hot. It came and went.
But the difference with LL still got his money. LL wasn't locked
he did it
up,
because
so
he wanted to.
Yeah, he just did it because he wanted to. BG's doing it because he got to make the money. He got to
make the money. Yeah,
and it's not gonna. Yeah, but it's not gonna really work like that. The money is what he's doing with these interviews and stuff. He needs to do these interviews. He needs to gossip and give up information. That's what he needs to do.
That's what he gets lame though.
I'll give you another example.
That's exactly what he was calling Turk a goofy for, because he's on these interviews just
he need to be just as goofy as him, giving up all that information.
He need to be out there talking.
Honestly, look at Will Smith, a mega star. This man had to go across to Europe. He had to go to Germany for his album to be hot. Nobody over here cared. That man just dropped the album and it did not make a peep. It didn't break anything. You never heard any of the music on the radio. He had to go to Europe for people.
I'm not saying, but I'm not gonna knock the man for, you know what I'm saying, he's trying. Like, I'm not gonna
we're not saying that, but you need to go where the money's at. The money is in you. Honestly, if they was really smart, what they would do is they would do their own Straight Outta Compton. Right now, people care.
If you think
about
it,
focus on doing that.
He did say on the Breakfast Club that he does have a documentary. So it's like that he does have that documentary.
No. Forget the documentary. They need to,
nobody wants to see a documentary.
The thing with the Straight Outta Compton, you're gonna have to have a lot of those people sign on, including maybe like a Wayne, and he's not messing with them like that. He's not. So like,
I think Wayne might do that, because here's the thing: if they do like their own Straight Outta Compton, right? What does Wayne have to do? Sign off to use his image and his likeness.
That's it.
He ain't got to promote nothing. He gonna get paid. You know what I'm saying? Look at Straight Outta Compton. Did we see MC Ren out there? MC Ren wasn't out there with Ice Cube. He wasn't promoting nothing. You know what I'm saying? Yellow was happy to get that check. That's what they should be doing.
No Limit as a camp is in the same boat too. Like they
not really exactly though, because you gotta think P has all these other businesses and other interests.
I'm not talking about I'm talking about the rest of them. I'm not talking about Master P. I'm talking about Mac. I'm talking about Fiend. I'm talking about Mia X. I'm talking about those type of people. That's why they're about this tour thing, because they want to get that bag doing these shows.
Are they coming out with new music?
No. Well,
No,
P
they're
is,
not.
Yes,
He got a
Mac
new
has
album.
been.
I'm not talking
Mac
about
has
Pete,
been.
the one other one.
Mac
They
has
don't
been
got
making
money.
music.
No,
Mac
nobody
has been
cares.
making music.
Nobody
Mac has
cares.
been
I mean,
making
it is what
music.
it is. Yes, he has.
KP, did you know that Mac was making music?
No, I didn't.
Yeah, I didn't
Well, I
either. You
did.
know why?
I
Because
did.
nobody cares.
No, that's
Nobody
not true.
cares.
No,
I'm
you
telling
can look at.
Yo, you want a new Mr.
Look,
Magic album?
You know, you
want
want
a new?
you want. I'm gonna tell you right now. You can look at his Instagram and his social media. He got more views and looks for us because he's Mac. He's still getting that, and he can get paid off of that and
I
making
get
new
that,
music.
dog, but the music is not resonating. It's just not.
I get that, dog. I get that, but you acting like if that doesn't happen, they should never make music again. I don't want
No,
to tell
what you
these
should be
people they're
doing-
musicians.
We're not saying
You should be doing it. Here's the thing. What he's trying to say is you shouldn't be doing it for the bread at this point. You should be like Nas. You do it because you love it. And then the music is hot and it's for the people that are the right age. Nas is not trying to make no teenager music. He making
BG
music for
basically
people that's
said
40 and 50.
he doesn't know anything else but making music and talking like how he talks. Like, because they even asked him, is it because of everything that you've been through and at your age now, or is it like you change up, you know what I'm saying, your lyrics, or you change up your content? He said, no, I still want to tell my story. I still got a story to tell.
And it
So who are
shows
you
that
to
he
sit here
doesn't-
and say, you know, nah, dude, you done, dog. Don't tell your story. He said that's what he wants to do.
Bro,
Dom.
I'm not telling the man not to tell his story. I'm telling don't do it out of desperation.
Well, here's
That's
the thing.
when it looks whack.
I don't care why he's doing it, right? But it does show that he doesn't know anything but music, because that's why he's getting on Turk for being on these interviews talking or
Facts.
whatever. So it shows he needs to get out there. Now, he doesn't have to go out there and say, hey, this person did this in the 3rd grade. You know, he don't have to go out there and talk like that, but he can go on there and give information about what went down in the past and stuff. Nothing that's going to incriminate anybody or nothing like that. But, tell those stories, because that's what's going to get him paid. And he's going to get paid over and over again with that.
A lot of the stories that he has is like probably not good stories. Because I mean, even in the interview, he's like, I got stories to tell, but I don't want to be that person to be putting people out there.
I get it. He's saying he don't want to be a chatty patty, but people want to know what happened on the Rough Rider Cash Money tour. That's a story
like
people want to hear.
Exactly. And he actually, in the interview, he mentioned that, like, he talked about DMX. DMX is his bro. He was like, I got stories, but I can't tell them, man. I can't tell them. Because now he's speaking on a man that's not even living anymore. He got some stories.
He wouldn't be the only one. He wouldn't be the only one.
It is what it is, but he's not. He doesn't want to do that. But that's what I'm saying. I think the problem is that Turk is actually doing that.
Let me ask you this. We'll end it with this. We sat down and we talked to Rico Brooks, right? That's a friend of yours.
Yes.
Right. Shout out to Rico Brooks. That's Dom's personal friend. He came on the podcast and he gave some good advice. If you were Rico Brooks, he told you when you're trying to do stuff that isn't resonating, that's not moving the needle. You got to learn how to reinvent yourself. So if you was his manager, you would tell him, keep pushing this music that isn't selling.
No, I wouldn't say that. But I mean, he just got out. So how,
Yeah.
So you would tell the man reinvent himself.
He's got a new spark now with Verzuz. Clearly, you see everybody wants him for an interview. He's got a new spark now. So I don't know. Maybe he wants to ride the wave. I don't know. We'll have to see.
I'm on the other side. I'm not saying he should stop doing music. If that's what he knows, that's what he can do. I'm not saying he should stop doing that. But if he's getting on Turk about what Turk is doing, well, actually, he needs to kind of be in that lane too. He doesn't have to speak about it exactly how Turk is speaking about it, but people are interested, especially people our age. We're interested in what's going on, what went on back in the day. Vlad will pay BG, Adam 22 will pay, all these different people. There's all kind of different platforms that pay them. That can be consistent money. And then on Vlad, if your interview does good and you're a star like that, he's going to keep paying you to come back. That can be incremental money that he's getting, residual money he's getting over and over again while he's trying to do other things. Like he's in a position where,
but I think
where he could come up.
That's what he's planning on doing, though. He never said that I'm only going to be sticking to music.
Right.
Well, he's talking about
the music. This is my thing with the music, bro. You need to do the music for the people that actually appreciate your music, which are people that are in their 40s and some in their 50s.
Well, that's what I just
like
said.
Nas.
Why can't he do that for us?
Stop trying to do music with
that.
NBA Youngboy and all that.
He never
that
said he was
work.
trying to do that.
Yeah, he
said he did a
that.
song with Gucci Mane, and he's got an album with Boosie that they was gonna work together.
Yeah.
So he is doing it for our era.
Yeah, but what
he's
I'm
not
saying,
doing, he's not trying to go back and be with NBA Youngboy. He didn't say that.
What I'm saying, Dom, is because you said that he's going to be out there doing interviews and stuff like that. If he's downing Turk about the interviews he's giving,
facts.
Well, here's the thing: if BG does these interviews, then he doesn't speak on a lot of things that happened back in the past when he was with them. If he doesn't speak on that, like how Turk is kind of speaking on that, nobody's going to care. He's going to get low views, and then they're going to stop bringing him back. He's going to have to give something.
What he was giving is his story. He's speaking on his thing, his situation in jail, his past substance abuse issues. He wants to speak about himself. Because see, what people want to do is they want you to drop dimes about other people and gossip about other people because that's what's going to get the clicks. You know what I'm saying? But he wants to talk about his story.
Yeah, but people
want to be like, I mean, I'm just saying though, you was doing drugs, but was Wayne doing drugs too?
Well, that's not just it. We know that. But what they want people to be honest about, okay, we know you made a diss song about Baby. How did y'all fall out? What happened? What's the backstory there? Just tell the story.
That's the kind of stuff
it's okay that y'all
hear.
Cool now, but
you
did
I think
record.
that's okay. That's okay for him to tell.
He hasn't done
he wants
that,
to focus on what he did that on Breakfast Club. Now he didn't talk about specifically the Birdman situation because they didn't ask him about that. But they didn't ask him about that.
I know that because they probably told him. He probably said, "Don't ask me about that." That's what
here's the thing.
Hear.
Let's just be honest. They had beef back in their time. Right now, Birdman might be helping him out with his paper right now, so he can't really be saying that. Like he needs Birdman, dog. Like I mean,
he does need Baby right now. He needs Baby right now.
This is no slight on BG or whatever. Because actually, listening to him, I respect a lot of the stuff that he says and stuff like that. So there's no slight on BG, and I can't really tell him what he needs to do because I'm not in his shoes. He's in a different situation than I am. But I'm just looking at what's going on, and I know he's dissing Turk about what Turk is saying, but actually Turk is actually making a way right now with those things. BG, that might be something that he can look at. And he doesn't have to be as messy as Turk. I don't know how messy Turk is being because I don't really.
According to them, he's being very messy. According to them,
he doesn't have to be as messy as Turk. But when you give those interviews, people are going to want to know some information. Because if you keep going out there and saying the same old, and you're not giving any type of information, no insight of what was going on, back then and all that stuff, people aren't going to want to hear it. And your views are going to be 100 views, 50 views.
Well, let's leave
you might get
1,000 because we got something else.
One question.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, would you not go to the concert? Are you not trying to see him in concert?
Not by itself, but with everybody else with Cash Money, yeah, of course.
Yeah, if you got the whole Cash Money crew, and actually,
I would actually see him by himself because if he does like All On You, Volume 1, Volume 2, but see, I'm a real fan though.
But bro,
I am too, but I don't want to see that, dog.
I can see Chopper City in the Ghetto. I can listen to All On You, Volume 1 and Volume 2.
I went to a Cash Money concert. Back in the day, me and my wife, before we were married, we went to a Cash Money concert. It was our very first concert together, and guess what? It was whack. So I probably wouldn't go now. If it was whack back then, it's probably going to be whack now. So I don't know.
Well, I don't know about that.
It was whack.
As a fan,
it was terrible.
2 mega groups, right? I
love Cash Money.
Wu-Tang fan. That's like one of my favorite groups. But I'm not going to see RZA by itself. Mm-hmm. I'm just not. I'm not going to see Jizza by itself. I'm not going to see Inspector Deck solo. You know what I'm saying? Like, it doesn't make sense. I love Raekwon and might go because I love the Purple Tape. I might go.
Yeah. I'll tell you the truth.
I love Outkast, and I'm not going to see Big Boy alone.
Yeah. I'm not a concert person. I think everybody's whack in person, to tell you the truth. If you don't sound like how you sound on the radio,
I totally disagree with that.
I don't like it. I don't like
it. He on his own planet with
that. That's
all
right. I don't like concerts.
You are beyond that. Like, I love live music. Whack. I'm a big live music fan, so
I'm glad you
know
are.
What I'm saying? It just is what it is. Especially if you put him with that 400 Degrees band, I've actually seen them recently. Okay, I'm probably the only one who can talk, and I'm just saying, was it like it was back in 99, 2000? No, but I don't expect it to be. Okay, man, I don't expect it to be, but I still remember the songs. I still can sing along because here's the thing.
I can't.
Today's rap, I can't sing along to that. I can. I don't know. I don't know any of today's rap.
We're older. It's gonna be like that.
It is what it is. So I'm accepting it. I'm accepting that that's my era, and I will go see it. Okay, especially if it's only $30.
And Guy is our era. Guy is our era. We all agree on that. And I'm gonna be honest. It was whack because Aaron Hall can't sing. It was whack. New Edition was great.
Is different, though.
You know what I'm saying? Keith Sweat was great, but it was whack because the man cannot sing it anymore. So it was terrible. Me and Mike went and saw Wu-Tang, and it was great. Everybody did their thing. There was no fall off.
They actually did a good job, Wu-Tang.
It was no fall off.
I'm telling you, I saw them, and they were good. They didn't fall off. I wasn't sitting here saying, like, Juvenile still puts on a good show. Even Turk was, like, he was rapping exactly this, you know what I'm saying? There was no fall off. It's not really.
I get it, Dom, but what you're saying is when you look at mega groups, most people don't want to see the person that's not the superstar solo. You want to see Juvenile solo or Wayne. I love BG, but he wasn't a superstar of the group. You don't want to see Turk solo. You want to see him with the Hot Boys.
That he's got songs, though, that I can rock with.
Bro, people not pulling up. Look at NSYNC. People not pulling up to see Lance Bass by himself. They not. They not.
They will.
They want to see Justin Timberlake.
I'm a different fan than y'all. I know.
But we're talking about overall. We're talking about overall, not you. I mean,
okay. Well, I'm just speaking from my experience. I would go and see him.
But I'm just saying. I'm just saying, if we go,
BG, send Dom some tickets because he want to go see you.
Yeah, but look. If we go off of what you're saying, Dom, then when they go to the stadium, you're only going to get half the stadium in there or whatever. If it's just people who are like you, people don't want to just see.
Trust me. I'm not the only one. I know Sean would go and see BG too. So
that's what I said. You're gonna get half the stadium.
So 2 people.
Okay. In fact, didn't Shaka also in our last video?
So 3
Shaka
people.
also said
he's
he
up to 3 people at the concert.
Dude, I think y'all are really disrespecting BG right now. Like, you don't know how many true fans that and what he said in that interview, dog. There would be no Cash Money without me, because at the beginning.
Right.
At the beginning, he was one of the main artists, dog. The True Story with him, the Bee Gees with him and Wayne, All on You, Volume 1 and Volume 2, okay? And then he came with his own solo project, Chopper City, which he had bangers on there, dog. So he can sing a lot of that. And y'all are disrespecting him right now. Y'all are really disrespecting him, telling him that he gonna have 3 people in there. If he went right here to the Roxy, he went right here to the Roxy, there would be, it would be some old heads.
Nah,
but
here's
dog,
the thing.
all them people from Katrina, there's plenty of people from Katrina that came and live in New Orleans and live in not New Orleans, live in Atlanta and live in Houston.
Well,
okay, he can go to either one of those cities and true fans will show up. So stop disrespecting this man.
No, here's the thing. No, here's the thing. We're not disrespecting BG, man. Look, BG did his thing. You know, he really did his thing. But honestly, there's diehard fans and then there's casual fans, right? And you can be diehard and casual. The casual fan, and the casual fans are not going to see just BG. Now, if you put all of them together, then the casual fan might go. But look, the diehard fans, they're in certain areas. If BG goes somewhere else,
I never said BG should. I never said BG should have a concert at
How about
State
this?
Farm. Did I just not say somewhere like
the
the Roxy, Center Stage,
my front yard, my backyard, the casual fans ain't
I see that's a disrespect. You are disrespecting this man, dog. Your backyard, that's disrespecting, dog. That's disrespectful.
Are the casual fans pulling up
BG,
to see Flavor
I ain't got nothing to say on it. Like, dog, nah, bro.
Mike,
y'all
are the casual
this
fans
man.
showing up to see Flavor Flav by himself? Or they want to see him and Chuck D?
Yeah, I mean, they want to see him and Chuck D, but I will say Flavor Flav reinvented himself, so you got other people
but I'm talking about to do
because
music. Are the casual fans showing up to see Vinny by himself without Tretch?
Yeah, no, heck no.
There you go. That's where we leave it at. Let's talk about this next thing and what BG had to say. BG made a major announcement. Cash Money and No Limit is going on tour. This is something I am excited about, but I got to be honest, I'm only going to be excited if the right people show up. So I'm already expecting Wayne not to show up, so I'm not going to disappoint myself.
Yeah.
But I got to have all the No Limit soldiers that are not in jail there.
Mm-hmm.
And everybody Cash Money should be there with the probably exception of Wayne, because we know he ain't going to show up. Y'all agree?
Yeah, I mean,
I don't think Turk is going to be there, clearly.
Turk ain't going to be there. Yeah, and I probably won't be there either.
Dom, you pulling up? Hey, this man said, if they're in the driveway, I'm going in the house. I ain't even going to see that. They're in the driveway, I ain't pulling up.
Here's the thing,
Mike said he only there unless he working.
Yeah, that's it. If I'm working, then I'll be there.
If he working, then fine. But I mean,
other than that, I got to get some money.
Hey, Dom, you excited to see Mike? You excited to see P run in place on this tour?
Don't get me wrong, I respect P, and that's what they did back in the day too. If you look at it, he used to do that it just looks crazier now because he's older. He looks like an old man running in place. So, but but the thing about it, man, is like if I can't get everybody, if I can't get especially a main piece like Wayne there, and then of course Mystical in jail and stuff, so he ain't gonna be there.
Yeah, I mean, you can't really do it. That's on him, man. They
yeah,
got
but
control over that.
I know, but that still hurts the whole thing or whatever, because those are like some of the main people you want to see. So, I'm not gonna spend my money to go see a few of them. I want to see the whole thing.
That's true, because that's the thing with this. I think why this Wu-Tang last tour was so successful, they made it clear that Method Man was gonna be there. And it made a big difference. As I seen him without Meth, it was great, but with Meth, it was a whole nother level of great.
Exactly. You heard people screaming when Meth came out. You know what I'm saying? So
yeah, and they did it perfect too. They waited until his part, and then he came in there, and he just lit the crowd up, man. It was crazy. Dom, I know you pulling up.
I'm pulling up, but I have to go along with Expert here. It's gonna depend on the price. So I mean, the price will matter. Like, I'm not expected to pay more than $200 for people in their 50s doing the rest. You know, like,
you really
I'm just
like
saying
him.
though. Well, I mean, look, depending on where I'm sitting. Wait a minute. Depending on where I'm sitting, though. Depending on where I'm sitting. Like, if you can get me right in front of the stage for maybe 100, okay.
I can live with that.
Yeah, I can do that.
200,
but I have to be right in front of the stage.
I need to be sitting in the box with the buffet for 200.
But that's what I'm saying. If you're saying it's only like 150 to 200 for the floor, nah, bro. Like,
the only way I'm getting
out.
in,
I'm out.
only way I'm getting in is if I sneak in, because I ain't paying nothing.
I actually will pull up. Now,
I mean, you already said you're not a big concert person anyway, so it wouldn't really, really matter to you.
That's true, but for certain people though, like I said,
certain people.
Me and Expert seen Missy just like you did, and that was worth it. We seen Gucci
that was worth it,
and he got busy. We saw Tyler the Creator. That was crazy, yo. That was crazy.
Yeah, there's certain people, man. But I like I said, if Wayne was there and Mystical was there, then I would be like, okay, I'm all for it. Let's go see it. I'm still not paying $200, but I'd be like, let's go see it.
I appreciate some of the other artists, such as Mac, Mia X, Fiend. I appreciate
them too.
They have hits that I'd love to see live, and I've never seen them. I've actually never seen No Limit Soldiers live. So I would definitely, like, that's a bucket list. Like, I can check it off and say that I saw No Limit Soldiers. I mean,
hey, I appreciate it. I saw them too. I just was sitting at home when I saw them.
I've seen them live.
I want to see them. I want to see them in person.
Yeah,
I've seen them live as a teenager.
Concert bucket list that I like to check off. So I mean, it is what it is.
Expert, you know what this guy is. Everybody that's old need to go on the tour because you're gonna get Dom's money. Dom will pay to see Kid and Play right now. He gonna pay to see Flavor Flav.
That's negative.
Oh, sure.
I think
Rick.
No.
He gonna pay to see Slick Rick.
Wait a minute. We can talk about it. Was I at the Wu-Tang concert?
He gonna pay to see the Ghetto Boys.
No, I wasn't. You know why? Because Wu-Tang is not one of my favorite artists. Like, they're like down in, you know what I'm saying? Like, just
he gonna pay to see
real.
Ghetto Mafia. Hey, Mike, you remember Ghetto Mafia? We on the ground.
No, I'm not gonna pay that.
I did not see 8-Ball.
I did not go to the Wu-Tang concert with Method Man. I did.
Hey, Expert.
And the only time I did, the only time I've gone to a Wu-Tang concert is when they had Nas. When they had Nas.
Hey, you know who he gonna pay? He gonna pay to see Swag
I didn't go
House?
for Wu-Tang. Okay.
Mike, hey, Don paying up to
I've
go
actually
to
seen
the Swab
8-Ball
House
and
concert.
MJG. I've actually seen 8-Ball and MJG. Thank you very much. So
you going to the Swab House concert, aren't you?
I went. It was one of those Wolf Creek concerts, one of them old school things. Those things are not that expensive, and you can BYOB. I don't understand why y'all don't just love like this, like the old school concerts. Like, they're great.
Hey, that's the perfect concert from Homeboy from Married at First Sight, so he can get drunk.
I'm just, like I said, I'm not
Love
real
is
big.
Blind.
Yeah, Love is
Blind.
Blind.
Saying the wrong.
I'm not big on concerts though, man. A lot of times, one of my reasons is because sometimes when you go there, they don't sound like how it's disappointing. They don't sound how I'm used to hearing them sound. Some of them got the mic too close to their mouth and they, you can't even understand what they're saying.
Some just can't sing anymore.
Yeah,
I will say this
rap.
though. One, I was not disappointed. That dude Lloyd sounds exactly like that daggone CD. I was so impressed. That guy can really sing. He sounds exactly like that. When I saw SWV, I was very impressed. That was a mega great concert.
So En Vogue can still sing.
Yeah, Usher.
Them girls.
That was well. Hey, going to Vegas, it was well worth it, bro. It was well worth it.
Those women.
Here's the thing. I mean, I have to say, I see I see a lot of genres of music live. Okay, I mean, rap concerts are rap concerts. All right.
Yeah.
They're kind of at the bottom of the totem pole because I mean, it's just like a lot of times.
Just standing there rapping.
They don't.
Most of them don't do anything.
They're just standing there rapping.
They don't have no background or nothing.
What I can't stand is that they don't have the instrumental, so I can actually hear them. They're like rapping over their song while their song is still rapping. I can't stand that.
They do that a lot. That's why I don't like them.
They don't remember the words, bro. That's why they doing that.
What the old school is now doing that is changing the game is they are actually having a live band play their hits and they're rapping over the live band. Now I appreciate that. I want to see
like
that.
Jeezy
I'm telling you,
in the opera, that was dope.
Cash Money has a band called 400 Degrees Band, and they play Cash Money's hits.
Yeah, I mean Jeezy in the orchestra. Jeezy in the orchestra, that was dope.
Okay, there you go. I do love that's live music. So like it's giving you a little bit of extra and different feel from the album. Okay?
This where I'm gonna leave it at, man. This where they gotta get. They gotta have a golden tank on stage. And Cash Money need to bring back the helicopter and all that.
I don't know if they have all that. You can't.
You gotta have
they
the
don't
helicopter,
have the money.
bro.
Come on, man. You asking Peter
I
to pay
want
a
that
lot of
golden
money
tank
for
out there, man. Come on, man. That dog. I'm telling you, if that man come out in that golden tank, everybody gonna lose their mind. They gonna lose their mind. They gonna forget Mr. wasn't there. If baby come down in the helicopter and land in the helicopter, that's gonna go crazy, man. But we want to hear from y'all. Are y'all excited about this? You know, what do you think about BG releasing new music? Continue to like, share, subscribe. We appreciate all y'all. We'll catch you later.
Rock out your rock.